Yeah, hi team. So let us start the our ReactJS batch 18 in VKC trainings. So in today's session, I will explain about as a part of this course what we are going to be cover roadmap and a daily schedule. Okay. So as I explained and our team explained earlier, this is the ReactJS real-time oriented batch. So as a part of this course, we are focusing on four things. So we are fully focusing on a coding part. First, we are going to be start with the design part, next coding part, and we are going to be focusing on tools along with one real-time project. Okay, and interview preparation plus more. So the target of attendees for this batch is working professional and who is having the career gap. Okay, but even we are going to be start from the scratch to advanced level. We'll cover all the topics along with the standards. So for example, if I take in a UI, it is following some standards, even coding also. Everything in today's session, I'm going to be explain. Okay. So let me start with the course structure. As I said, as a part of this course, we are going to be covering designing, coding. The most important is the debugging. Next, some tools along with a real-time project. Okay. So as a part of the design, what we are going to be covered. So in that design, the main and first one is the HTML. So hypertext markup language. As a part of this HTML, I'm going to be cover all the basics, all the elements, tags, attributes, and advanced attributes and custom attributes. So almost 50% of Angular, 50% of Angular React.js works on a concept of a custom attribute. Okay, so this custom attribute was introduced in HTML5 version. So 50% of Angular and React will work on a custom attribute. But as a part of our series, I will show you how to create a custom attribute, how to use the attribute. Okay, so your component, your directives, everything is attribute. Okay. So next, we are going to learn about forms, validations, frames, along with the responsive design, plus search engine optimization. So nowadays, in the interviews also, companies are asking about, okay, there is a different types of projects are there. The project is related to the public domain and a private in the sense self as a part of the company, they're going to be developed in internal or private applications. Those not able to expose outside public applications in the sense Amazon. For example, I want to search something. So there Google going to be display some websites. So on which basis it is going to be displayed. All these things also we are going to be discussed. So let me show you in detail about this course from our website. Okay, you just access by using the typing the VKC trainings in the Google, you can able to have this website. So still if you want, we will share you. Okay, so here we are having the in detail syllabus. Sir, this syllabus also same syllabus for where I'm giving the corporate trainings also. Okay. So as I said, we are going to be cover all the basics. Next, HTML tags, attributes, elements, and HTML elements. These are the basic formatting tags. Okay. Next, styling a list, images, links, tables, frames, forms. One more point, learning the concept is not important. For example, today concept is a table. So everybody know table in the sense we are going to use the table tag, T head, T body, and T foot. But coming to the real time, what is the scenario? We are going to use this one. The table was creating for to display a grid. Okay, so we are fully focusing on how to learn a grid. Next, for example, list tags. Basically, there are three types of list tags: unordered list, ordered list, data list. But what is the real-time use case for this list tag? So we are going to be use this list tag in a menu construction, sub-menu construction, okay, pagination. So all these things we are going to be learn. So my intention is not only learning the simple concept of, okay, this is the list, li tag, ul tag, ol tag. So as a part of our course, we are going to use these use cases. How to use a list tag to construct a menu. How to use a list tag to construct a sub menu, page initial. Because tomorrow in the company or tomorrow in the project, we are going to be work on UI. Okay, hope you got it right. Okay, so next responsive design. I will show you how website is going to be work in a mobile as well as a web application. Okay, but I'm just showing. If anybody don't know this developer tools, don't worry, we'll explain. For example, this is my mobile. See, the structure was changed or not? Instead of the menu on the top, it is coming on a top right corner. Okay, so this is the way we need to build it. Okay. So web and mobile application. So responsiveness. So this is about a HTML along with the search engine optimization also. Okay. So next CSS. So these CSS are very important where you can able to make up the your designing part. So as a part of the CSS, we are going to be cover basics, selector, how many ways to apply the style to an element, how to apply. Next, custom attribute based styling. Okay. So in general, if you want to apply styles, always we are trying to use a class. Correct? So if you want to have a one design, definitely a class is required to you. So can I do a design without adding a styles also apply a dynamic styles means it is possible. The dynamic way of styles done by using a custom attributes. This is my favorite one. Okay. So I will explain in details about the course. Next, we seen about forms, frames, pop-ups, chat box, EVA. So for example, so simple, we can able to develop these type of the EVAs also. But everything one by one, step by step, everything will be coming. So see here, EVA. Even in the IRCTC also, we are having the AI chatbot. Those type of applications are also simple. These are the simple, still we can able to develop. Okay. So hope everybody is following, right? Next, not only learning the CSS, we are going to be focusing on a CSS frameworks in the market. Okay. There are different types of CSS frameworks are available. One is the famous one is the Bootstrap. Okay. Next one is the React Bootstrap. Next one is the Material UI, Tailwind CSS, and some more are there. But these are the four frequently using the CSS framework in the market. As a part of this series, the first Bootstrap we are going to be covered. Next, any one of it, either React Bootstrap or Material UI or Tailwind CSS. Based on the participants and the attendees' interest, we'll pick any one of it. Okay, na? But what is the difference between these means? These are from different companies, but almost they're having the 80% of matched classes are there. Okay, na? Almost 80% classes will be managed. Okay, so as a part of this one, we are going to be covering Bootstrap, CSS Bootstrap. So any one of it will pick and work in our React project. Next, coming to the icons, we're having the font awesome icons, React icons, less icons, different types of icons are there. As a part of our course, we are having the different icons, and I will show you how we are using the icons in the last completed React batch 17 project also. We'll show you now itself. Okay. So these icons also cover. Next, SCSS or SAS. So this the term is very important. It will increase your resume weightage also. Okay. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Standard resume, adding a bootstrap. That is also a standard. Adding a material or React Bootstrap or Tailwind CSS, it will increase the weightage. Font awesome somewhat. SCSS, it will fully increase the weightage of UI. Okay. So SS was advanced on the top of the CSS one. But a browser will not understanding SCSS or SAS. Browser, our web browser will understand only CSS. But I will explain you how SCSS is going to be converted to a CSS and what is the SCSS, how to use the SCSS, how to decrease the number of lines of a codes by the SCSS. The main purpose of SCSS is to optimize the CSS. To optimize the CSS, it will reduce the number of lines developing by a developer. Next, there is an issue in the ReactJS. It's not about an issue. Basically, ReactJS is a, hope everybody know, single page application, correct? ReactJS is the single page application. In the single page application, I have a one style file, for example, home.css file and about.css file. So for example, as a part of this one, write a one class, okay, header class. If you are writing a header class and try to use some different HTML, still it will be required. Hope you got my point. So my intention is I am having the home.css and home.component is there. Okay. Next, about.css and about.component is there. Component is nothing but your HTML elements. Okay. Na? So for example, if I'm using the header class here in the about, but which is defined in the home, these will be override. This header will be override here. Yes, because our React is a single page application. Once it was compiled, everything will be converted into the 4 files only. One HTML, 2 JavaScript file, 1 CSS file. Got my point? So because of that one, so if you are creating a styles in one component, can able to apply in another component, or it may override. But how to fix this issue? That is fixed by using the SCSS. Is that statement is clear? But in detail, as a part of the course, I will show you. Don't worry by this moment. Okay, na team? So any questions? Any questions up to now, team? So this is about a design part. So as a part of the design, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, one. Next, either React or Material, Tailwind, icons and SS are the second part. Okay. Next, coming to the main focusing on a JavaScript. Okay, the React library will move around the JavaScript. JavaScript is like a simple sun planet. Our React will be move around the JavaScript. So the JavaScript is the main part. Okay, so in this JavaScript, what we are going to be learn? So I will explain about the introduction, basics of a JavaScript, who invented, what is the purpose of a JavaScript. Next, data types. We are going to be cover a primitive, non-primitive, variables, var, let, constant. Okay. Next, strict mode, how to create a functions. Different types of functions are there. So if I say function, function, arrow function, anonymous function, callback function, IIF or SIF. Okay, all these functions we are going to be covered. Statement, how to work with the storages, timers, DOM manipulations, type conversions, services. Okay, next, API fetching, hoops in JavaScript, how to work with a synchronous approach in a JavaScript, asynchronous approach in a JavaScript, exception handling, JavaScript object notations, arrays, JavaScript, all these things. So let me show you the in-depth syllabus of this JavaScript. So this is our JavaScript syllabus. But this is the syllabus. The real-time usage concepts will see it. For example, once if you're opening a Gmail today, every day we are going to be login? No. There is a concept of storing the user information. Okay, on the browser. If you're clearing the cache, the information will be removed. But as a part of the JavaScript, how to manage the state, how to manage the user is logged in, and how to check the user was logged in. All these things we are going to be covered. Okay. So next, how to work with a local scope, global scope, operators, data types, functions, conversions, events, how to bind the dynamic event to an element, okay, and the JavaScript string methods, arrays, array methods, okay, conditional and looping statement, regular expressions, how to work with the strict mode and the JSON, JavaScript object notations. This JSON format is very important. Why? Okay. So nowadays we are using the three-tier architecture. What is mean by three-tier architecture? For example, so this is my UI part. Okay. One second. So this is my UI part. Okay. This is my UI. This is my API. This is my database. Okay. So any application, definitely it will work on a three-tier architecture. So UI will be send a request to API. So API will send a request to database. Database will send a response back to API. API again will send a response back to UI. So in the UI, we are going to be get the data. By using a JavaScript API concept, different types of API calls are there. Fetch, AXIOX, XML HTTP request, AJAX. Okay. By using these calls, we are going to be fetch the data. But what is the format of the data is coming? The data format is the JSON format. Okay. Na? So I will explain about how to call an API. What are the API responses? Okay. How to work with the JavaScript object notation, different types of API responses. Any issue was coming from a server, what type of response? Okay, we'll see one by one. Okay. Next, JavaScript follows partial object-oriented program. Even a React library using a JavaScript. Correct? Our React library using a JavaScript. There is a concept of a class component, class constructor, inheritance, static. All these concepts are used by a which concept? We are using a class component. Okay, na? So what is a class component? In the React, I will explain how JavaScript following the OOPS concepts in the JavaScript. We can able to implement a inheritance also, static methods also, constructor also. We'll see it. Okay, team, right? Okay, and we'll see it. Daily we'll show you the debugging also by making some mistake and I will show you how to optimize. Next, performance is very important. Nowadays, everybody, the focus pointing is the performance. Performance, it can be a website loading performance or a database performance, API performance. Okay. So if I say performance, the performance can be a database level or API level or UI level. In the UI level, HTML will never decide a performance. Only the thing is the JavaScript. Next, sometimes CSS also. Sometimes you are going to be see the elements without a styles. Website will be loaded without a styles. But CSS also, it will take a less amount of the performance issues, not that much of, but JavaScript will take a performance. Okay, na? So here, nowadays we are using the ReactJS. React was proven by itself, it is a performed library. It is by default having the very good performance compared to the JavaScript projects. Okay, now compared to the JavaScript project, we are using a React. It was a performance. Still on the top of it also, can we improve the performance? Yes, by using some techniques. Okay, na? Because for example, you have developed a website. Somebody will be visited. Your website is the very fast. Okay, so nowadays website was slow. Nobody's one not using. Okay. For example, if you are using from the home, your internet speed can be 30 Mbps or 100 Mbps or 200 Mbps. But just come out of the home. At outside you are there. At that time, the performance, because the SIM capability, it will take a very less compared to the home. At that time, if you are using or browsing a website for some application, it was a, it is a slow. Are you going to be considered or no? Definitely user having the very good experience on a performance. I will show you. In the JavaScript, how to work with the performance. Next, what type of result keywords, synchronous, asynchronous, all these things, DOM manipulations, okay, na? All these things. Next, in the JavaScript also, we are having the search engine optimization techniques are there. We'll see it. Okay. Next, sir, we are going to be learning about a subject, but learning a subject is not important. So we need to be learn a subject along with the coding standards. Okay, coding standards. So UI, user interface, HTML, CSS, JavaScript follows the ECMA standards. What is mean by ECMA? So anytime if you are seeing about a JavaScript, what is the version of the JavaScript? ES1, ES2, ES3, ES6. ES stands for ECMAScript. JavaScript follows the standards of ECMAScript. Sir, who is this ECMA? ECMA means European Computer Manufacturing Association. European Computer Manufacturing Association. So it was started in the 1980. Okay, 1980s. So after World War II, see, there is a World War II which is linked to the HTML also. Okay, so after the World War II, every country investing the amount of the time and money on the nuclear reactor bomb. Correct? So once as a scientist, if you're developing something, so you need to maintain the physical records. So physical records are maintained for the long duration, or else if I want to transfer from one country to another country, it will take a time. Correct? Physical information, physical files. That is the reason in the 1989, so there is a scientist called Tim Berners-Lee. Okay, so Tim Berners-Lee. He's a scientist developed the HTML and he is the founder of World Wide Web. Nowadays, we are following the World Wide Web, right? World Wide Web. So the purpose of website. Nowadays, we are using the websites, right? What type of websites? Paying the money, getting the groceries. Okay, sending some items through a parcel. Other than your daily activities like eating or going. Okay, so other than this one, remaining all will be covered by the software applications. That is the need of a software. Got my point? So here they started a one standards is called ECMA. For example, if you are having a movies are authorized directly, it will be released. No, censor board will be authorized. So ECMA is the censor for our JavaScript. Got my pointing? ECMA is the censor for our JavaScript. Okay, not only JavaScript, web technologies. Okay, so these ECMA, so not only recently, earlier also released different types of standard versions. Okay, your JavaScript or TypeScript or UI framework should follow this one. Okay, so in the Jan month 2023, almost a year back, they have released, this is the latest one. Okay, so as per these standards, I will explain the standards also. So while you are using the scope, for example, you are creating the tables, you are creating the functions, you are creating some elements, some conversions. Okay, what are the standards, rules and regulations? Okay, for example, few years back, I have learned the car. Okay, I'm expecting like first day they will explain the standards of the car. So what is the car? So how to drive it? Okay, I'm expecting like this. They're going to explain something about the car. Then they will start it. So what they did, right? Directly, the person is came into the car. They're calling to me. Okay, take a steering. Then I said, can I take it? Yes, sir. Take a steering and start it. Okay. Okay, I'm perfectly driving in a first day. But end of the day, I realized that one, he also having the clutch and he also maintaining the clutch. He also maintain the brake and the accelerator. Okay, nothing. But I am thinking like I am driving. So learning the anything without a standards, that is not a good. Okay, na? So we'll see. While we are discussing a topic at that time, we'll see all the standards, how to work with the standards. But these many pays are there. You don't worry. There is a lot of explanations are there. So one standard, how to use what type of the things there. Okay, I will explain. Okay. Hope everybody is clear, right? Up to the JavaScript, what we are going to be discussed. So JavaScript is a centralized scripting for the React.js. React was built on a top of a JavaScript on. But all the concepts of React was coming from the JavaScript on. But once you are working with the JavaScript, right, you can able to see JavaScript 40 only. 60% you are going to be writing JavaScript code, 60%. That 40% is the optimized code of a JavaScript, which was developed by the Facebook company. Okay, that Facebook, what they did, right? They have shorthand the syntax of a JavaScript. Okay. Next, the main focus of our batch is the React.js. Okay. So our main intention to here joining is learning about a React.js. So I will explain you what is a React.js. I will show you how to set up a React. If you want to set up a React, you required a Node.js, npm, npx will explain you in the setup. Next, features of React.js. Okay. Next, very important is architecture. So if you are learning about architecture, if you're understanding architecture in the sense, if you're constructing a home, you're building some item, some product, you should be follow the step 1, step 2, step 3, and the rules and regulations, right? Like this, React also having some rules and regulations. But a React company from the Facebook, they are not providing the all the rules. As a part of the real time, we are defining the rules. I will explain. Next, React follows SOC principles. Next, React having the own styling, React having a component. For example, if I are Googling what is a component, types of components, everybody will tell you like a functional component and a class component, correct? But in the real time, we should not be talk like a personal functional component or class component. As a part of this series, I will explain the real-time components like feature component, shared component, atomic component, feature shared atomic component, common component, different types of components. For example, you are a working professional or you are going with a career gap or a fresher. So saying like a functional component, class component is a normal. But as a part of your resume, mentioning these type of the components, it will boost your resume. It will increase the weightage of a resume. Feature, shared, atomic, common. Terminology was there, right? So terminology was there. Okay, na? So functional class component is nothing but a normal move. So this is the move with the best VFX. So definitely it will boost your resume. Definitely it will be solve or change the company in 1 or 2 interviews itself. Okay. Next, sir, all the real-time companies are using means as I seen, right? Most of the companies working professionals also maybe not notice these points also. Okay. Next, data binding. So React.js having the own style of a data binding, same like a Angular. Next, more important topic is services. This service is not a part of the React. Yes. So React having the predefined syllabus. If you are going for the React website also, so any place or any menu, they will not mention about a service. React people not mentioning about a service. But if you are working with a project, you must work with a service. Okay. Services. Daily where you going to be using service. Different types of services are there again here also. Okay. So if any terminology was new to you, don't worry. By the day by day, we are going inside of the class, right? You will be adapt. You will be get it. Okay. Na? So day one itself is difficult to remember all this terminology. So coming to the services playing a very crucial role to optimize code. Service are using for the optimized code or API calls or sharing logic, reduce number of lines of a code. Okay. So different it is going to be do it as a part of the services. Again, here also we are having the different types of services. Feature service, common service, context service, feature, common context service, okay, shared service, storage service. Yes, different types of services are so many different types. We'll use some types of the services as a part of the project. Okay, we'll see different types of service. What is a service? How to use the service? Okay, in your resume, if you are seeing the resume as a technical interviewer, so sometimes I'm seeing like people will explain, I know the React, Redux, something, something. But that is the expectation. Okay, we are going to be looking for the React profile you are mentioning. But what else you are knowing? Are you knowing the services? Are you knowing the shared component or atomic component? Because these are the real time. Okay. Next, functional hooks. As a part of the functional component, we are having the functional hooks. Okay. Lifecycle events. Next, state management using the probes and state. Next, JavaScript XM. Okay. So for example, we are having the HTML, correct? Can I write a HTML in a JavaScript code? I have the .js file. Can I write a HTML in the .js file? Not at all possible. So React team come up with the approach is called JS, JavaScript XML. So by using the JavaScript XML, they are trying to write the JavaScript code inside of, sorry, they are trying to write HTML code inside of a JavaScript. That is called JSX. Okay, but in detail we'll see it. So my point is the concept of JSX. You can't able to write HTML code in the JavaScript. You can't able to write, but sir, I'm working on a React.js. Daily I'm writing it. Yes, you are writing a HTML syntax in the JavaScript that is not HTML, that is called JSX. Okay. On the top of this JSX, we are having the React Bootstrap JSX code, React Material JSX code. Okay, React Bootstrap JSX code, React Material Bootstrap JSX code. Different types are there. JSX code also. We'll see in detail. HTML JSX code, React Bootstrap JSX code, React Material JSX code. Okay. You got it, right? So let me write those things here. HTML JSX code, React Bootstrap JSX code, React Material JSX code. Okay. Yes. Tomorrow in the resume, if you're adding the JSX, okay, normal resume. React Bootstrap JSX, it will increase, boost your resume. But is it difficult? No, so simple. React is the company, right? Sorry, Facebook is the company, right? They developed everything for you. So now you simply plug and play. But how to plug, how to play, you need to be using. You need to be learning. Okay. Next, React creating a virtual DOM. Okay. So anybody working on a React or knowing about a React, they may say virtual DOM is for a performance. Virtual DOM is not for performance. It was created by the React purely for the JSX code. So if in the interview, I'm asking the question, what is a virtual DOM? Everybody is saying about virtual DOM increasing the performance. Okay, boss, virtual DOM increasing the purpose. Then virtual DOM is concept of a React only or Angular, Vue.js, Kendo.js. Those also having the same concept. They're saying about no. Sorry, it is the best concept. Why not others are introducing? So it is not for the performance. It is not for the performance. It is for the concept of the JSX. But we'll see it in detail. We'll see it. Okay. Next. So conditional rendering, API fetching, DOM, routing, etc. Okay. So clear, right? So here my intention is you are not only learning the subject, you are learning about a real-time feature shared, different types of components, different types of services, how to optimize the code. Okay. Different types of a JSX, different types of a using the stylings, architecture, everything in detail from the scratch to advanced level. For a beginner, then you are going to learn from the scratch to advanced. If you are already working professional, but then you are going to be get more hands-on experience. Okay, so you are planning to add, for example, you are working in a .NET or a Java as a backend. So if you want to become a full stack. So with my series, definitely I will make sure you should be get a hands-on 2 years of experience. Okay, with our series, with our course you are completing. So I will make a hands-on 2 years of experience. 2 years means that person know about what is the technology, what is the React library, how to use the React library, coding standards and different types. So we are covering everything, right? Okay. So coming to the syllabus in detail of React, go to my website. Here we are having the in detail. Just a syllabus is there. Okay. Introduction, setup, how to create a project, JSX components, props, state, nested component, lifecycle events, hooks, how to work with the APIs, validations, forms, events, routing, loading, okay, Redux. So more than this one, we are going to be learning. Okay, na? Sir, React means, is that syllabus completed? No. React was not completed. Still, we have the React. Okay, so along with these basics, we are going to be learning about a React libraries. React supports plenty of libraries. 100 plus, 1,000 plus, lot of libraries. Nowadays, it was supporting lack of libraries. Lakhs of libraries it is supported. Okay, so one is the routing library, XIOS, so form libraries, validations, Redux, ReactJS toolkit, NPM library, React styling library. As a part of our series, along with the ReactJS, we are going to learn about these libraries. But go to the ReactJS official website, React syllabus, but these libraries they are not going to mention. Maybe they can mention about routing and AXIOS. But this form library, validation library, different types are there. But specifically in my course, I'm going to be explain this one. For example, take a one registration page. Okay, I'm having a one registration page. Name, email, gender. Okay, take it as a 10 controls are there. 10 controls are there. So out of 10 controls, designing definitely it will take a 1 hour. Along with the responsive divide, take it as a 2 hours. Okay, next we need to add the validations. Validation definitely it will take a sometimes half day to 1 day. So 1 day is nothing but 8 hours, half day is nothing but 4 hours. Next, creating a object to save data. It will take again a 1 hour. Okay, here we're having the our students are going to be learn about a form library. It is going to be take almost it is 1 day, right? 1 day to 1 hour. It will be convert 8 hours of effort to 1 hour. Simple. If you know how to travel in a bus from Hyderabad to Bangalore or Bangalore to Hyderabad, it will take definitely average 12 hours. Take it as a 12 to 14 hours. If you go for a train, it will vary. If you go for a flight, so here the thing was, so how to travel? For example, I want to go for a Bangalore 1 hour or 1.5 hour or half an hour. We'll choose plane. Okay, now it will reduce your time. Okay, it will increase your efforts. Same here also. So reduce the time of development, increase your time to invest somewhere. So we need to use the libraries. I will show you how to work with the form libraries. It will reduce number of lines of a code, number of hours of a developer spending. But giving the effort wise in the real time, you can able to give. For example, team lead will ask you, are you having the one task? How many hours? I will take a 1 day. Creating the form with validations. So with this one 2 hours plus 1 hour, 3 hours. So remaining half day, spend a time to learn something or enjoy. Okay. So those type of things also we are going to be learning. And some NPM libraries. These library I'm not covering here. We'll see in detail. We are into the React. Okay. Na? And React having the already said you own styling. We'll see it. Okay. So why am I explaining all these things? What we are going to be learn now, you are having the one picture. Okay, I'm going to be learn from the scratch to advanced with a basic to mid and advanced level. All the concept Krishna is going to be teach with a real time. Okay, next he is going to introduce so many libraries so that I can able to boost myself as a full stack developer or switching the company or getting the job with the career gap. You will get one picture, okay, what you are going to be learn. But if I give these things in the syllabus, sometimes you may not understand or you may understand. But sometimes some other can able to copy it. So instead of that one, I will take a first session, roadmap, clear picture, what you are going to be learn here. So clear, right? Okay. So next, that is about a course structure and the syllabus. So as I said, if you are just perfect on this, what I'm going to be explained, that is enough. Definitely, if you're a fresher also, career gap also, working also, you are going to get a 2 years hands-on experience. Companies are expecting 2 years. How to build a website with a search engine optimization, HTML is done. So how to build a styling menus, forms, frames, okay, chat boxes, pop-ups, responsive design, mobile design, that is the CSS, who is having the 2 years of experience. Frameworks, Bootstrap is definitely required. Any one of the framework, Bootstrap, React, Bootstrap, or Material or Tailwind CSS. Next, font, I have some React icons, different types of icons are there. Yes, CSS, okay, perfect. Your design part is perfect. These are having definitely, that is the perfect. Next, JavaScript, learning the JavaScript synchronous, asynchronous approach, exception handling. Okay, are you able to work with the JavaScript object notations along with the standards, time statements, services in the JavaScript? That is perfect. 2 years of experience person, companies are expecting. ReactJS, what is the component? How to bind the data, function hooks, lifecycle events, architecture. But all these concepts, how you are utilizing in a real-time project is important. Okay. Next, libraries. Okay. So all these things you must add in a resume. So once a company's requirements, if you are seeing, right, they're having that 10-20 lines of explanation. If you're seeing the Naukri or LinkedIn or HR forwarding the mail. But there are 10-20 lines of explanation. But in the resume, we're seeing about, I know, HTML, comma, CSS, comma, JavaScript. Okay, Bootstrap, React.js, Redux. No, you also explain like this. I know these things. Okay, because this is the company is expecting. Okay. Next, let us come about the duration. Okay, the course duration, it will take 2.5 months. So all these things you are going to be covered means yes, don't worry. I am having the certain design pattern where I can able to explain all these things. But from your side, I require a commitment. Come the session without any absence. But sir, I was absent on a specific day. Don't worry, I will send you the recording. You can able to follow the record. Sir, I'm working professional. Maybe today I'm not able to come. Don't worry, recording is there. But complete in that day or next day. Okay, because everybody coming to the session is spending 1 hour time to learn something. Okay, not about the Krishna to complete something and not about you are completing a class. Okay, na? Next, daily 1 hour session. It can little increase, but it will not decrease. Okay, 1 to 1.5 hour session. Okay, so because I'm not going to take other sessions at a time, I'm going to take one session. Okay, so if you have the doubts, anytime you can able to call and discuss. If you want to meet us, so in the road number 1, we're having the institute. So there you can able to come and meet us. So daily I'm going to give a task to 3 to 5 tasks. Please complete from the day 1 itself. Next, recordings. Next, interview preparation. Daily 5 interview questions. Almost here 2.5 months means we are going to get 200 plus questions. Those questions and answers are enough you to be, for example, you are having the 5 lakhs package. So definitely it will take you to the, you are a UI developer, it will take from 5 to 8 or 10 lakhs only for the UI developer. If you are a full stack developer, so you are having the 5 lakhs, it will take 5 to 12 lakhs if you are switching the company, because you are having the technology and you know the what to answer compared to other persons. If with my experience, if I go to the interview, what I can able to answer, right? Definitely I will explain the same to you. Because from my experience, the companies are expecting different thing, same here. Next, tools. So now learning subject is one part, learning the tools are very important. Okay, the first one is debugging. So I will show you how to debug. Debugging in the sense, so for example, you are having the one product. There is a some issue. How to track an issue? Sometimes your friend may say, right? So which project you are working? I'm working on the support project or maintenance project. In the support maintenance project, you are going to work with the issues. How to debug it? What are the debugging techniques? What are the debugging flow? How to use the developer tool? Developer tool in the sense, if I press F12 and using that is called a developer tools. I will show. Next, Git. On daily basis, nowadays companies are asking the Git, personal Git. But earlier we are not using any personal Git. Nobody is not using. But nowadays they are saying like, for example, I know the ReactJS fully. Okay, perfect. You know the ReactJS, but working professional definitely know this point. Okay, if you're working on a specific concept, you are not going to work on all the concepts. Correct, right? Am I correct? You are working on a specific technology. You are not going to work on the all the concepts daily. That is the reason they're asking about a Git. Uh, Compared to the daily routine, what you have developed. Okay, so everybody create a Git. If you don't know, I will show you. Next, Jira board. This is called a bug tracking tool. Okay, for example, you are having the 18 passed out. You are going with a 2 years, 3 years experience. They will ask, what is a Jira? Okay, how to track with the Jira? I will explain you. Okay, Jira board is nothing but a daily they are going to be assign a task to you. So in the Jira, how task was created, how to assign to you. So what you need to do, how to make it as in progress, how to complete the task. Okay, those things I will. Next, Visual Studio Code. So as a part of the React JS, UI libraries are the frameworks. The favorite tool is the Visual Studio Code. Here we are going to be write a code. Next, Agile process. Agile is nothing but a software development process. But working professionals, maybe you don't know these four things. Okay. So for whoever is required, I will create a separate sessions apart from the regular sessions, apart from the regular sessions, apart from the 2.5 months course. These things will teach separately. Git, Jira, Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code as a part of the course, it will become Agile process. Okay, so developer tools and debugging techniques, it is required for everyone. How to write a code, how to optimize, okay, how to check the performance of my code, how much amount of the time it has been taken to execute. Okay, so this is about a tools. Any questions up to now, team? So next, real-time project. But here is the empty. So what type of the project I'm going to explain, I also don't know. Okay, so here this batch is working and career gap peoples are there, are freshers. Okay, whoever is working are there, right? So from the working peoples, we'll discuss real-time project is in the sense, for example, creating a groceries, placing a order, get the amount. That is not a real time. Okay, that is for the fresher level. That is fine. Okay, simple grocery system, simple projects. But coming to the working professional, you must work with the health care domain, real estate domain, insurance domain, correct? Retail domain. So different types of domains are there. Okay. So we'll take management domain. Okay. Different types of domains are there. We'll take different types of the project. We'll choose one of the project and we'll complete. Okay. But 2.5 months is enough to complete one real-time project means that is not done by my itself. Okay, so I'm going to explain the project. Okay, so every day you also need to be interact. For example, designing. Okay, so for example, designing part is there. Once we are into the project, everybody know how to design it. I will share the modules. Okay, please come up with a module of so and so design. Come up with a design part. So it will reduce my time to explain the logics. Okay, na? But initially I will explain how to work with a grid, how to work with the menus, forms, frames, validations, all these things. Okay, we'll pick any one of the project. We'll complete as a team. Okay, so think like we are a team, but he is I am a Scrum Master here to explain everything and providing a technology facility. Okay, and you people has to interact and complete. Okay, so this is about what we are going to be learn. Okay, so as a part of this series, we are going to be learn about these things. First one is the design, coding, and the tools along with the real-time project. Okay, so I will just show you one scenario from the past batch. Okay, the batch almost closed. So for example, here you can able to see, right? This is called my ReactJS project. Okay, Natim? So this is my, sorry. This is my JavaScript project. Okay, so because here you can able to see .html file, right? So this is my ReactJS project. Okay, na? So for example, home, properties, facilities, about us, okay, contact us, adding the property, different things are there. Okay, let me go to the properties. I will show you one end-to-end scenario, how real-time scenario will be there. This is called admin panel. Okay, so here, let me tell you what type of the project. This is called a real estate project, real estate management. So here we are choosing the two parts. One is admin, second one is the user. Who is the admin? For example, Amazon, everybody user for it, but admin will add a product or item to you, correct? Same here also. So as a part of the admin, will add it. For example, here we are going to be define a property type. We'll see the list of the properties here. And from here, I will add the property. I will view the property here. Those added properties will display here. This is called one end-to-end flow, correct? One end-to-end flow. Let me show you. For example, property type. Okay. For example, T1 is my property type, test one. Let me save it. Property added successful. That added property I can able to see? Yes. One end-to-end CRUD operation, it is involving all the technologies, all the functionality. Next, add the property. For what type of property you are adding? For apartment, you are going to be creating property. For villas, for example, T1. Okay. T1 APT dimensions 250 square. Just example, I'm adding. Let me save it. Property also added successfully, correct? Next, let me view the property. Yes, this is a what part? Admin. So admin added the property. This is the React project. Okay, let me refresh. Here you can able to see the property. So which is added as a part of the admin, user can able to see the property. So this is called end-to-end flow. Okay. So here also we are adding some carousels using the React libraries. We'll explain. Okay. For example, sometimes a client may ask like this. For example, you are working, take it as a Vinay is working on a some ABC client. Tomorrow, XYZ client is there. Okay, they will ask some different. For example, let me open a Morning Star Travels. Okay, so almost we have done. For example, this is the design. For example, Orange Travels. Okay, almost if you take any website, designs will be same. See, they also add. Only the thing, look and feel is different, correct? They also having the searching operation. They also having this. Hope you people know the Abibus, right? Abibus maintaining the AP and Telangana private travels database. Okay, but now, for example, I am having the travel, I need a website. Now I am visiting the so-and-so, Abibas or somebody, they are going to give a website. Again, they are going to be construct from scratch to end, E to E, end to end. No. What they did, right? For example, this is my requirement. So let me open a database. Take it as a, this is my database. Okay. Simply, I will change the configuration. I'm just a property type template is earlier it was a grid. Now I want to see as a card. Okay. So let me refresh. It was changed to a card. Got it? Okay. So this is called dynamic component generation and dynamic component binding. Okay. So this is the way even we can able to change the colors, alignments. Okay. Everything. Okay. So companies are not investing the time to developing from a scratch. So today I have the ABC client, tomorrow XYZ client means what we are doing, right? We are adding the configuration based development. What is called configuration based development. Okay, na? So I will show you, don't worry, how to add a configuration to work with the different components. Okay, again, there are also rules and regulations. Now I am working here. For example, here I am changing back to the grid. Okay, I am saving, going to the home page, coming back to the properties. Is it changed? No. Again, we need to define a rules. Once a user was loaded the website, then only we need to take a template, not at every time. Okay, na? So let me go back to the card. So let me refresh. So now my card is there. For example, I want to view the contact number. So if you want to view the contact without a login, how it is possible? No. So you must log in. Here is the font awesome icons. Okay. So for example, I have some user. Okay. Some student user had a login. Once I log in, again, I'm coming back where I was coming from. Now you can able to see it. Okay. No? So this is the way we need to be developed one end-to-end flow, user to admin. It depends on the project. In this case, we are taking the user and admin real estate management. Okay. So like this, we'll pick any one of the project as a part of our series. We'll complete the project. Okay. So this is about our course structure. So the expectation from you is so daily come to the session without any delay. If you was absent, follow the recording. And if you have any confusion, I'm going to be providing a recording, just to follow it. So if you have a doubt, you can able to contact me at any time. You can able to ask. So like this, we'll complete the batch success. So everybody coming to the session by investing the time and money to learn something. Definitely from my side, I will give a 100% effort to complete. So apart from the syllabus, so Krishna, I want so and so concept. We'll discuss, don't worry, you and me are as a part of the team, if they're interested also. Okay, as a team, we are going to be learn and who is having working professional, sorry, in our batch, we are having working professionals. And whoever is there career gap also. So please be interact in the sessions. So that if any one of the person was identified, okay, you are doing well, they can able to refer. These type of references also was happened earlier. Working professional was referred another working professional from our batch, and as well as they are referring others also, non-working from different such. So apart from this one, coming to the placement. So as a part of the placement, we're having the 3 opportunities. The first one is internship. The second one is join as a fresher. Even you are having the career gap also, you can able to join as a fresher. Next one is going with the experience. Okay, some fake experience. So internship in the sense, even you are having the career gap also, don't worry, we have the company. So where we can able to send our resume. Again, they are going to be invest 1 month of the time. They are daily, they are providing a task. If you are completing, they are having the 15. This is the recently we got a tie-up. Okay. So in the last batch, these guys joined as an internship in that company. So these are the 5 emails. Okay. And the gents. Few members are still are there. I just created these 12 members was joined. Okay. So once you got succeeded in that internship, they are going to be placed in the 5 plus 15 plus different companies. So you no need to pay apart from the course fees. Next, fresher. For example, you are a fresher. Sorry, you are having the career gap or a fresher. We have the company where we can able to pass to you. They will take a fresher. If it is the Hyderabad based client, they are going to be deploy 4.5 lakhs. Okay, you don't need to pay anything. This is the part of the course only, everything. Okay, to the Bangalore, they're going to be offer a 6 lakhs. That is the direct company where I will send you. You need to be perform well. Otherwise, sir, I have the career gap. I'm expecting is some package. For the career gap, internship and fresher, we can able to place you. Otherwise, if you have in the career gap, you want expecting a package, you will go as experience. Otherwise, working professionals also will go as experience. From this 18th batch up to 17th batch, we have the different working professionals are there. In the last batch, 17th, we don't have working professionals. Up to before last batch, we had working professionals. Daily, they are going to be sent some openings to us. Okay, sir, so on. So we have the openings. Okay, because working professional is referring a person in their company, they are going to be get a referral. So they are having the two things. One is helping us, helping our friends, as well as helping our friends, as well as they also getting the referral bonus. Okay, so these three things will work out. You are a fresher, definitely will focus you as a fresher. For the fresher, the package from the 3.5 or 3 it will be start. You are having a career gap and joining as a fresher, 4 to 6 we can able to expect. Internship means 1 month again after the course, you need to be prove yourself, then they will place. Okay, experience means we're having the perfect student community from the last previous batch. React 17, Angular also almost I have completed the 18 batches. Last year it was fully Angular. This year React. Nowadays Angular is not that much of market. Not only this one, we're having the .NET students. Different are there. They are definitely referring our students. Okay, so this is about a place. So focus for the 2 to 2.5 months of this course. For example, if you was extend, okay, but I will not delay the sessions. Okay, but all the sessions I'm going to be complete. Daily it can be 1 or 1.5 hour session. Okay, from the scratch to advanced level, I will make sure I will ask everybody and individually connect everyone also. So Balakrishna, where are you? Are you following any questions? Okay, so in this batch, Dedeepi also rejoined. So earlier she was joined. She has a doubt. Okay, so at that moment I was not at the laptop. She's sharing on the video phone and showing the doubt. Am I correct, Dedeepi?
Yes, yes.
So I have to solve the doubt also. So always I'm
Yes.
ready to solve the doubts at any time. We can able to connect. Okay, team. So that's it about a course structure. So be ready from tomorrow. So we'll start creating a project from first we'll start with a JavaScript oriented project, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then we'll start a React project. Okay, and we'll complete one real-time project end to end. But apart from me, I'm expecting your everybody's participation also to make the success. My student will become a success and you also will become a success. So, okay, team. Thanks for the day. We'll meet you.